is Radio Band Diego, your band's reveal, with your hosts, Shyla Day and Florentino Buenaventura.
I'm tripping. Welcome to Radio Band Diego. My name is Florentino Buenaventura, and it is a great Sunday, like it always is here in San Diego. And we have a remarkable band. A good friend of mine has agreed to come in with his incredible funk, jazz, fusion group, the International Hustlers. And we're going to be starting that set right now. Take it away, guys.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goley, one thing that you have helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get to the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians, because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
In the military, things can change in an instant. At Navy Mutual Aid Association, we understand because it's our life too. That's why our dedication to serving the life insurance needs of our military veterans and their families is unrivaled. Navy Mutual offers superior life insurance protection without military service restrictions and limitations. A single focus on providing the peace of mind military families are looking for. That's what we do. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve. Call 800-628-6011 or go to NavyMutual.org.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. Vin Village connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on VinVillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect. Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
This is Radio Band Diego, your band's reveal, with your hosts, Shyla Day and Florentino Buenaventura.
Oh, yeah, this is Radio Band Diego, and we were having a great day. We just heard an awesome jam. This is the second segment of Radio Band Diego, powered by the mighty WS Radio Networks, brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rental, where if you need gear for that gig, that's the place to get it. Or even corporate folks, if you have audio needs, make sure you talk to SIR. They've been around in the business since the 70s, and they are the number one in the business. And, of course, our friends over at Pitbull Audio at pitbullaudio.com. Those guys are amazing. If you need gear just to own, if you want to buy a bass, guitar, drums, vocal mic, keyboards, anything, they have the best stuff over there. And we are here with an amazing group that just jammed it out, the International Hustlers. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Florentino, how's it going?
What's going on? You guys are you rocked it, man. I mean, as funk goes, you funked it. You funked it up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So you guys have been playing around. You guys are all exceptionally seasoned musicians. I usually like to get a little history because we want the people who are listening to know a little bit about the group, more than just the music, because the music is inspired by life experiences, right? So, Chris, and let me kind of jump into it. I'm going to have to read names because I can't, my memory's kind of going. So we got Chris Lougeay, who is the guitar player, playing a little Epiphone jazz. What kind of guitar is that, Chris?
That's an Epiphone Emperor, Florentino. Yeah.
Okay, Emperor. And then we've got Bryce Giuliani You know, I have to ask if there's any relation, dude.
How many times? Somewhere down the line.
Somewhere down the line. If you get a little closer to the mic, when you guys get closer to the mic, so you actually bought a kit for this gig, and it's like a classic Pearl. Tell us about that one.
Oh, yeah, it's a Maxwin, which was Pearl before they were Pearl, really, combined, and it's just like my first kit I ever played on, so I kind of got it for that, and then I realized, you know, I need the sound. If I'm going to play this era, I need to sound like it, so my rock kits, Chris didn't like as much when he first heard. He let me know.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, it's fun.
I heard it was like bigger than like, you know, Kiss's group or you know.
I've
like
got them from
Motley
small to big. You got to have it all.
Well, this one's a nice tight. It has a really punchy sound. We got a great sound on that.
Thank you.
And then after that, we've got Phil on tenor sax. Paul. I can't. No, I should know better. My producer Paul. Come on over here to the microphone, Paul. Say hello.
How you doing?
So,
I'm just a side man. I'm not going to take any time here.
Oh man, well you sounded awesome, sir. You're sounding great. So
yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
I love saxophones. And then on
Chris
alto
is
sax,
the leader here.
Yeah, we got Charlie on alto sax.
That's right. Charlie's the man right here.
How's it going?
Say hello, Charlie.
Oh, hello, everybody.
You're scared of the mic. Go ahead. It won't bite. Well, actually, it will bite you, but it won't bite hard. Go ahead.
All right, cool. No, I'm Charlie. You know, play alto. Met Chris, and you know, a few months ago we just started playing together, and I really dig this group. So he's got some great music happening.
Awesome. And then of course we've got Ty, the percussion extraordinaire. There, man, you were sounding awesome.
Thank you.
You're getting the congas going on,
Yes,
and then of course I had to save the best for last because I'm a bass player. So we've got Chris on bass as well.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
So double Chris. Why are you guys?
Yeah, there's a lot of us. It's a common name.
So how did it get started, Chris? We'll go ahead and push the mic back there.
Yeah, the International Hustlers. Wow, the International Hustlers was a group I played in back in the early 2000s. It was led by an old blind organ player named James Tommy Thomas. Everybody called him Tommy.
Okay.
Yeah, and Tommy was the leader of a group called Support the Artists of America.
Okay.
We toured all around the Midwest in largely maximum security penitentiaries.
Incarceration.
Yeah.
Well, if you got to tour the incarceration penal institutions, you got to be a hustler, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So, and how old were you, man, when that happened?
Oh, man, I was 21 years old. Tommy called me out of the blue, and I didn't even know. He said, "Hey, man, you want to go on a tour?" I said, "Yeah, I'll go on the road with you." I didn't even know what it was.
Well, you guys are funky. I mean, I'm not just saying that. It's just, and I say that lovingly because that's my favorite kind of music. In fact, my group kind of does a little bit of that kind of stuff. We don't have, there's not a whole lot of groups that are doing that around here. How did you guys all kind of, how did this sound come to each individually? What kind of inspired you guys to kind of get this sound?
Well, this is Ty. I met Chris, believe it or not, through Craigslist, the notorious Craigslist.
Okay.
And Chris was one of the legit players on there. So
One of the few.
So we've been kind of, it's been sort of an arduous task finding all the players and getting everything cohesive. But, this sounds pretty good. This is pretty groovy. This is the first time I've done it with all these players together. Chris and I have done other stuff together. So, it's been a little road. You just don't give up.
Yeah. Now, everything always comes from the passion. What would you say is the passion of this group? What is the driving force behind the group? And you all can chime in, or one individual can answer that.
Well, for me, it's about having fun, and really connecting with the audience while still maintaining integrity and honoring the great musicians who have played this music before us. The Gene Ammonds, the Rusty Bryants, the Grant Greens, the Jimmy Smiths, all those legendary musicians, and making sure that this music continues on.
Awesome. And who are some of the other influences that we have here?
Don't forget Idris Muhammad.
Oh, how could you forget?
my favorite drummer of the era.
That's all right. You can smack him now for forgetting. So how about some of the other folks, saxophone guys? Who are some of the players?
Basically, I met Chris down at Sessions in downtown in San Diego on Sundays down at the 98 Bottles down in Little Italy. They have a Sunday thing from 2 to 5, and that's where I first ran into Chris down there. And, Charlie, I got to give Charlie a plug on Friday nights down at the Rook Bar.
Okay.
That's the real late nighter. That's the 9 to 2 or 2:30, however it ends, But,
whatever's clever, right?
those are where all the local cats come, and and every now and then there's a couple of guys in from downtown, or pardon me, from out of town, from like L.A., New York, and these guys roll by, and you ever heard of Gilbert Castellanos?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got Wednesday night sessions, and it's kind of like, it's kind of like the Wednesday night vibe, except it's a lot more. How do I say? Forgiving, if that's a better way to say it. It's a lot more forgiving with time, because it's a 5-hour thing, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys get a jam. I've been to a couple of those over there, so yeah, it's definitely. I think there are some pocket places here, and I think that San Diego in general. Actually, what we're trying to do with Radio Band Diego is really kind of gel the community, kind of bring it together and synergize it, so that we could have different sounds. Because traditionally, when I came here in '98, it was predominantly a punk area.
Yeah.
But you guys are going to be doing a little bit more than that. You guys are, you think you have some other plans that kind of branch out a little bit, right, Chris?
Absolutely. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the works. So yeah, we've been talking with Jordan down at Audio Design Studios, and we'll hopefully be going in to record at least an EP or something like that by the end of the year.
Nice.
Yeah, and we'll be definitely back down at the OB Street Fair again.
Okay.
So we've been working with Mike to get back down there. So look for us. It's probably going to be around June or July, but we'll be definitely back down there. And a couple other things cooking too, but no set thing in stone yet. So.
Gotcha. Now, I think you have a project there, or you have a project out right now. Have you come out with one yet, or are you just putting it all together?
We're still putting stuff together.
Okay.
Yeah, we did a lot of new material. We got a good book now of material that we've got together, and it's just about rehearsing it and getting ready to go before we kind of put out a polished product.
Yeah. Now, you guys are doing a lot of promotions too, right? I've noticed that you guys are really good with your website, your presence, all of your marketing. What are some of the things that you guys are looking at doing, and how are you? This is a crazy time right now with music business, right? I think we all remember the times when, if the track was, you would go find somebody in the business. Hopefully you network with somebody, maybe somebody in A&R. That person, you kind of build a relationship, give them a CD, or back in the day, cassette tape. If you're kind of really kind of drilling back to the time, and then maybe you got a deal. They gave you a development deal. You put your music out, and it was not easy by any means, but it was very direct on how you made it in the business. Today is different, right? Yeah, it's a whole different thing. What are you guys thinking about that? What's your thoughts on how this is working, and what are you guys going to do to rise above the noise?
I personally, I miss those days, man. I came up to, 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Put together a really good band, practice your ass off, and then, hit those shows and start promoting and bringing in people, and you see the crowd coming in for you.
Yeah.
And then there's the A&R, the record label, or whoever is coming down.
Showcases.
Yeah, and they're real impressed, and they want to, quote, sign you type of deal. And those days it's kind of gone now, man. With all this sort of social networking, and it's really saturated, and you don't know who to go to.
Yeah, and don't know where to go, which direction.
Yeah, I personally miss those days. And as a conga player, I don't lead out too many bands. I'm usually coming in when something's done, so it's hard for me to kind of get my say sometimes. But I personally miss those days.
Yeah. I hear you. There's good points. We had Ken Cragen on this week. I don't know if you guys know Ken Cragen. He was the manager for Lionel Richie during the heyday of Lionel Richie. Actually, he's probably the most prolific manager since Colonel Tom Parker. And he was saying that this is not the day and age to get signed by a major, because they want everything. They want they want you to sign even more so with blood right there on that dotted line. And he's saying it's all about the independent, and you got to do something to really kind of rise above that. Everything else, you got to shock and awe. Like one of the things in his he does a master class in business over at UCLA, and he said that every class he brings in a marching band at that point when he talks about it, and it shocks and wakes everybody up, like whoa, because they're not expecting it, right? So those are some of the things that we're going to look at. We got about 20 seconds left. We're going to want to touch on that a little bit more about some of the plans you guys have, but give some shout outs to some folks that are listening right now.
Absolutely. I got a shout out to the 15th East 11th Jazz Crew, Paul Levy up there, my definite creative director in Chicago. So the Chicago connection, everybody hello. Everybody over in Manhattan and Long Island, hello. And of course the Colorado Springs family. So we appreciate it all.
All right. There's that music. It kicks in when it wants to kick in. This is Radio Band Diego, powered by the mighty WS Radio Networks, brought to you by SAR Music Equipment Rental and Pitbull at pitbullaudio.com. We are here with the International Hustlers. We're going to be back for another talking segment, and then after that, these boys are going to jam it out because that's what we like around here is all about the music. We'll be right back in a few short moments.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. So we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
This is Radio Band Diego, your band's reveal, with your hosts, Shyla Day and Florentino Buenaventura.
Oh, yeah, this is the third segment of Radio Band Diego, powered by the mighty WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in Internet Talk Radio, and brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rental and Pitbull, where they just want you to play it loud at pitbullaudio.com. Or if you guys ever get a chance to go to National City, they've got a great shop down there. You know, as we've seen some of the local shops go, you know, not faring weather in this current market, they're actually doing really good. They got a nice showroom down there, so you can check it out. And we are here with the International Hustlers. Yes. These guys are hustling. They're making it happen. We always have good conversations in the breaks, and we had Ty was bringing up some cool stuff. We were talking about the Gray Boy All Stars who are from here.
Yeah. I had a band, Clyde's Ride, way back in the day. That was another funk band. Used to play with that band all the time. Open up for them and did a little touring with them, B-side players. But we were just commenting that when they left town, that scene kind of left with them.
Yeah, right.
And I think we're all trying to rebuild that scene a little bit, but it's been disheartening sometimes. The cerebral type of music isn't as appreciated as it used to be.
Yeah.
Or jazz and funk, anything that's So we were just kind of conversing about that, and
and we've talked about it. Me and Chris have had a chance to chat. You guys actually played. I booked in Atomic. You guys played over there, or at least a collection of this group played over there. And one of the things we think is community is a big thing. We think that building a community of like-minded players and stuff like that. So I think that's huge. Tell us about, you've got a collection of players that you've had, Chris. Tell us how you've kind of gotten all these. We heard about Craigslist. How are the other ones that you've been able to find? We talked about different places we've played. Talk about your community.
Yes, absolutely. Ty, obviously, he's been here since day one. The great saxophone maestro, alto, the amazing, I can't say enough good things about Mr. Charlie Arbelaz. He found me on Reverb Nation.
Okay.
Probably, so then we hooked up with that, and Charlie came down. It's been really great. Like Paul was saying earlier, I met Paul at the jam session. That's where I go and recruit a lot of my players. And then on a whim, on a Thanksgiving evening, the night after, I had to find a bass player. I went through about 18 different bass players, and I finally found Chris Duvall from a friend of a friend of a friend, and he's been here ever since. Bryce Giuliani.
Oh, this is good.
Oh,
How
man.
did we meet, Chris? Or?
We've gone through about 4 or 5 different drummers in the International Hustlers, and I finally got tired of drummers who would, come from a more jazz background, which has a softer caliber to it.
Yeah.
So I put an ad up on Craigslist that said, and I'm gonna put the censored version here for the radio, but explicitive drummer needed, for a band, and Bryce saw that ad, and I don't know if you can tell it from your side.
I answered exactly what he asked. I said, hey, if any drummer's got the what you're looking for, I said it's me.
Drummers are like always the crazy guys, right? It has to be.
Right, yeah.
Goalies.
Though I think keyboard players, we don't have a keyboard player here, but I think keyboard players have kind of started to take that route a little bit. But, that shout out to Josh if he's listening. That's our keyboard player. But, drummers have been, are known to be crazy. So much so that you guys actually go out and make clothing companies, right?
Sure. I have one. It started from drums, for drums. So
what's the name of the company?
Deemer Nation. You can go to deemernation.com, and I'm the deemer, so I deem actions at times just by humor and having fun. So that was my nickname. And we just put that into some actual wearable clothing for drummers since we hardly wear clothes, period. It's like we're shirtless or... So stuff that can breathe, a lot smarter. There's nothing worse than being dripping wet in a T-shirt it can breathe, it vents. It's like the athletic style.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll bring some in for some giveaways or something.
Well, you could have done what the No Doubt drummer does. You could play his butt naked up there.
Hey, water polo, Speedo, never know.
That's pretty crazy. We're going to leave that to the percussion guy, this Ty. So, you guys do a lot of individual things too. And our man over here has an album coming out. So you want to go ahead and tell us something about that?
Sure. Thanks so much.
Go ahead, get it right up to the microphone.
Sure, of course. Thanks. Nothing. I recorded my first album with my group back in the beginning of February. So we're still going through the mixing process. It's always
Where'd you record it at?
At a friend's studio actually. His name is Hiroyuki Ikezi, and he has the Hiroyuki Ikezi Foundation. And he's a very, very big supporter of the arts here in Southern California.
Nice.
And so we're looking to hopefully release the album end of June, July. There's no rush. I'd rather do it, right, the first time rather than, try to make a date or anything like that. But I feel really good about it. Very excited. And
cool.
It's great stuff.
All sax or any vocals?
Well, we have saxophone. I have different groups on there. I have a sextet, a quintet with alto sax and trumpet, and then we had a trombone in there as well, and then piano, bass, and drums.
Yeah. I'm starting to notice there's a lot more horn players around town. At least you start looking at them. I go down to Felix's all the time, and we're good friends with Joe Luna's band, and then there's Bumpin' Brass. That's the 14-piece band around here. We're starting to see that come up. We really are. So with that said, what do you guys think we should be doing as a community to kind of promote different genres, more specifically the ones that we love, which is funk and jazz and soul?
I think from my experience here in San Diego, I haven't been here too long. But I've realized that the music community here is very strong. It's like a family. You know, it's very strong. So we've each got each other's backs. But then I think when it comes to showtime and making new fans and following up, you know, with social media, you know, things are much different now. There's so much accessibility. Like geography is no longer something that can hold us back from communicating. We can find all kinds of people all over the world. There are people looking for this, you know what I mean? So I think if you're paying attention and you do a good job, you know, especially in the music has to be number one. But if you're paying attention to those that are listening, you know, showing up to, you know, your concerts, your gigs, you know, everything, those are the people you're catering to. I think those are the people that, you know, and you want them to talk about it and tell more people. And I think that's how it grows. You know, I think in the beginning it's slow and might be difficult, but, you know, you keep at it, you keep working hard, you know, investing the time, the effort, you know, and the sacrifice is especially sacrifice.
That definitely is the case. What's the old adage? You know, musician. What's the definition? A guy who spends $5,000 on gear, puts it in a $1,500 car, drives 500 miles to make $50.
Something like that.
So I like to personally too. I like to see more harmony amongst these sort of players. Like, you know, we've all had this discussion too. Many of the people that I know too is the fusion of funk, jazz, Afro-Cuban. A lot of times there's sort of a faction between the strict Cuban players and the strict jazz heads and this and that. And when you try to come together to create this new sound, you know, like we talked about in the old days, you create this new sound. And that's hard to find, man. And not so much that they don't want to do it, it's just the time you're talking about and where is it going to go and is it a guarantee, you know? It's a hard situation, but I'm still fighting for that. So.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think this business is not about guarantees. It's about what, you know, my man here said, you know, it's about just, you know, playing from the heart and giving whatever you can. And there's the purists out there, I think, that are like really like, it has to be this and it has to be that. And I think we all run into that. But like you guys, your sound, you can hear different types of things in there. What would you categorize? I mean, it's funk and jazz, but how would you categorize it?
I coined the phrase modern vintage. You know, modern vintage. Obviously, we didn't grow up in the '60s, but you know, we listen to the music. So we
buy drums for the Pacific Sound to play on Radio Bandiego.
Yeah. So it's a modern vintage sound, a retro throwback, reintroducing your ears to a fresh sound type of thing. You know, Back to the Future.
There we go. Marty McFly here, everybody.
Yeah, no Chuck Berry on this set. I don't think.
And Chris does do a good job of letting us put our own spin on certain things. It's not like we're locked down to have to. So, I mean, being pros, we all know what's going to work and sound right.
Definitely. How about other Chris? You're quiet. Bass players aren't supposed to be quiet, man. You got to go out, dude.
I'm a shy guy.
If we're gonna get out there and get the ladies, you know, we have to work harder as bass players. We do. It's just a fact, you know. It's just, you know, I'm with you. But you're a good looking guy. I have a harder time, I should say. So tell us, bass wise, what's your feel on the music that you guys are doing?
Well, a lot of it comes back to James Jamerson. I mean, he's the granddaddy of a whole lot of bass playing. So he's kind of where I started, and you know, he's the foundation for a lot of funk, and I mean, pretty much all funk. Like James Jamerson, you can't bypass him. So
he's classic of all time.
Yeah. So I try to go through and like comb those recordings for like the little gems, the little fills that he does, or little ways that he interacts with the drums. I mean, that's kind of, for me, that's where everything started. Once I started hearing James Jamerson.
He did. He made it funky before there really was that term funk.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely the case. We got about a minute left, guys. What would you like to share with the audience before you guys go funk it up again?
Sure. Please come to our website, www.chrislougeaymusic.com. That's CHRISLOUGEAY music.com. Sign up. Make sure you come check out our blog and our YouTube channel. Anybody else?
Reverb Nation. Yeah, go to Reverb Nation.
Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Yep.
DeemerNation.com. Clothing.
How about you, Charlie? Where can they find your album when it's done?
Oh, you can find all my stuff on charliearbelaez.com. CharlieArbelaez.com.
Reverb Nation too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on Reverb Nation Facebook.
Well, hey, go ahead.
Hey, Florentino, thanks for having us here. Thanks for all your production, Paul and Tracy, for having us down here at Radio Band Diego. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, you guys are awesome. We're going to be hearing some great music here in a very short few minutes here, folks. This is Radio Band Diego, and we're all about the music. We're all about the artists, emerging artists, those ones that are taking off, especially from the funk side. We are powered by the Mighty WS Radio Network. You're going to stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss this. Be right back.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
I raised $8,000 to build schools for South African children.
After realizing how many people go hungry in San Diego, I now volunteer at a food pantry.
I'm spending the next year doing volunteer projects across 3 countries and helping in ways they designate to be the most helpful.
The World Link program at the Joan B. Kroc Institute for Peace and Justice recognizes the potential of youth as agents of social change. Learn how you can help youth become a generation of leaders in action at peace.sandiego.edu.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at which.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, WICH. Which.com.
This is Radio Band Diego, your band's reveal, with your hosts, Shyla Day and Florentino Buenaventura.
Yeah, that was an awesome interview by the International Hustlers. This is Radio Band Diego, powered by the Mighty WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in Internet talk, brought to you by the fun folks at SIR Equipment Rental, as well as Pitbull Audio at pitbullaudio.com, where they just want you to play it loud. And I think that's what we're going to have right here, right, Chris? Right. Well, all right, you guys, I'm going to stop talking. Take it away. International Hustlers. Wow. Amazing, amazing group. Those guys are incredible. That was the International Hustlers. Make sure you come back and check out our on-demand archives because they'll be on there. This is Radio Band Diego powered by the Mighty WS Radio Network, brought to you by SIR and Pitbull Audio at pitbullaudio.com. This is another Radio Band Diego segment. We'll be coming back next week with another great group. Stay tuned.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Progressive Medical.
Hey, this is Heidi Rue, and you know, Progressive Medical Center has literally changed my life and my health, but I'm not the only one. Adele suffered from bone deterioration, bone overgrowth, profound muscle discomfort, physical exhaustion, and mental fog. In fact, the bone deterioration becomes so serious that she had to have back surgery. Well, after the surgery, she still didn't feel well, and so that's when she heard about Progressive Medical Center. Progressive Medical Center discovered that her adrenals weren't working properly, her hormones were out of whack, and the drugs she had been taking were doing more harm than good. Adele came into Progressive Medical Center in a walker, physically and mentally exhausted. But now she's a world traveler. She hikes and walks several miles a day, and it's all thanks to Progressive Medical Center. 770-676-6000. 770-676-6000.
Progressive Medical. This is your life. Live it well.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine, and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.